Yes, this is the Mariposa Coaches Meeting presentation. It's a slideshow. It's some important topics for Mariposa County High School Grizzly Athletics. Here's a list of some of the goals that we try to instill in our players, student athletes. There is a multitude of people that are on the team that help to make our sports programs go here at the high school. One of the things that's very important, if not the most important, is our academic program. We have what we call our academic probation, but these are some of the rules that we have to go by as set by the CIF. One of them is the student athletes have to have a 2.0 GPA or higher at each grading period. They have to have successfully passed 4 classes, and they also have to be on track to graduate. One of the things that we offer to help these students, it's not a punishment, it's a way to help them move on. But so those students that have passed at least 20 units and they can still have less than a 2.0 grade point average, they can go on academic probation. And this allows them to continue to participate in the sport that they are wanting to play. One of the things that they have to do is they have to go to the Learning Center every day on Mondays through Thursdays for an hour before practice. So basically what they do is they'll go to the Learning Center after school. Once the next grading period comes up, as long as they have earned over 20 units, and they have at or above a 2.0 grade point average, they can continue to participate in the sport. Students are also responsible for their classroom work before practice. Students are required to turn in their homework to their teachers to keep up to date on all of their homework, their schoolwork, and turn these things in a timely manner. Another important item is that the students follow school rules, and this includes team rules, school rules. One of the things that also, if they get detention, they must serve their detention the first opportunity that they have. If they miss that opportunity, then they will not be able to participate in the practice or that game. So they must take care of all their detentions in order to participate. The game day dress attire. One of the reasons that we have this is very important. We want to set a good high standard for how our kids look, especially when we travel out of town. When people look at us, they want to know that they're a nice looking group of kids. They're dressed properly. We're trying to set a standard which we want our kids to be proud of how they look. The game day dress attire is they have to wear a dress shirt, tie, a belt, and slacks. They cannot wear jeans, blue jeans, or any type of colored jeans. Skirt or dress, no flip-flops, no caps or hats, unless it is a team cap. Students cannot be in possession of alcohol, drugs, tobacco, or paraphernalia while participating in athletics. Students will be restricted from practice or play and possibly removed from the team if they disobey these requirements. If students are too sick to attend school that day, they cannot participate or play. If a student misses school or practice because they have a doctor's appointment because of illness or injury, they may practice or play as long as they bring a note from the doctor. Concussion protocol. This is very important. Basically, the rule is if we have to pull a student out of a game or practice for potential concussion, then we have these guidelines that we have to go by. So if we have to do that, they are removed from the activity or the game for the remainder of the day. And they have to have a written note from the physician before they can return to practice. Random drug testing. So weekly, we randomly select 10 students who participate in the drug testing. Those tests are administered through an outside agency, and that information is shared with the high school administration. Consequences for a positive drug test include restriction from practice or play, and then they are required to successfully complete a drug, alcohol, diversion, or education program. Parent expectations. Please be supportive of the coaches, including the rules, principles, and decisions. Coaches make decisions usually on what they feel is best for the team. Depending on the number of players on the team, this could mean multiple personalities. Coaches are human. They will make mistakes. If you have any concerns pertaining to these student athletes, please follow these steps. If it is a problem during a game, please do not talk to the parent, set up a meeting. Do not talk to them immediately after the game. Set up a meeting. After you talk to them, if they're not satisfied, then you can set up a meeting with the player, the coach, and the athletic director. If you still are not satisfied, then we can set up a meeting with the vice principal and or the principal. These are ways that we get to the games. We either ride a school bus or vans to most games. Students must travel with the team to games if we have the transportation for them. Students may be signed out at away games by pre-approved adults. This is part of the form that you fill out. Private transportation to games may be used if we are short of vans or buses, but we have to go through a multitude of paperwork in order to do this. Team Snap. This is a way that we communicate with the players on the team, parents. You can download the Team Snap app, have your student athlete add you to their account. And once you've accepted the invitation, that gets sent to your email, and the coaches will communicate with the team and parents via Team Snap. Thank you very much. Remember, Grizzly strong, Grizzly pride.